We go to New Mexico. A pro-women's advocacy group that was touring through the state in celebration of the anniversary of Title IX, coming off one of those tours, found their bus vandalized.
What?
Spray painted with the words, "All fascist."
What?
And this is New Mexico, bitch.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this, so stunning.
Bullshit?
So brave.
See, now that's some bullshit.
And yes, so very mental.
Yes, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Tuesday. Well, today is July 1st, and we are just days away from celebrating the 4th of July, of course, the anniversary of our independence as a nation. But the transmentalism? No, doesn't go away. Stupid stories? No, they never go away. They're just enhanced, magnified, if you will. Well, speaking of one of those, we go to New Mexico, where a pro-women's advocacy group, Independent Women, was on tour celebrating the anniversary of Title IX, which of course gives women equal playing fields. But they found something very odd. Coming off of one of those tours, they saw their bus vandalized, wrecked even, spray painted with nasty words, "Fuck all fascists," and "This is New Mexico, bitch." Like I said in my intro, so stunning, so brave, and yes, so very, very fucking mental. This, coming off of Outkick. Advocacy group Independent Women has tour bus vandalized by transmentalism. Independent Women, a pro-women's advocacy group, saw its tour bus defaced in New Mexico by a radical transmental activist during a statewide tour celebrating the anniversary of Title IX. The vandal spray-painted profanity-laced phrases all over the entire bus, covering up the pro-women's message, celebrating female athletes, written by female athletes. Gee, what a concept. The disgusting phrases include things like "fuck all fascists" and "This is New Mexico, bitch." So tolerant. Very so tolerant. This is the second time the Independent Women's bus has vandalized during its tour. Last year in North Carolina, vandals also defaced the bus, chalking up another win for tolerance and peaceful radical left-wing nut jobs. The vandalism of our tour bus not only is a criminal act, but it's also a reprehensible display of intolerance by those who can't handle the truth. Women's sports deserves protection. Beth Parletto, Independent Women's senior legal advisor. Of course, there it is. Those lovely words right there. Look at that. Look at it. It's like watching Da Vinci. It is. It's just amazing. Again, tolerance and peace. Isn't that what they promote? Tolerance and peace, tolerance and acceptance, tolerance and what have you. The Title IX was meant to ensure fairness of female athletes, not to erase them. As we celebrate the 53rd anniversary of Title IX and the progress women have made, it is alarming to see such hostility towards those who recognize biological reality matters in sports. If you have to resort to destruction to oppose our message, it only proves how necessary our message is. We won't be silenced. We won't be intimidated. We will not back down. We will continue to speak boldly for women and girls, for truth, and for the future of female athletics. Well said. Independent Women filed a police report in response to the incident. One photo shows a woman who is wearing a mask outdoors, shocking, writing "Protect Transmentalism" on the back of the bus. Independent Women hired private security for their week-long event. Beto Benjaro, the CEO of SCP Strategies, their security, told Outkick they never experienced anything like this vandalism that occurred on the tour bus. Quote, "During a recent celebrating women's tour through Mexico, we were honored to provide the security and support a mission focused on uplifting actual women athletes. Yes, real women who have trained, sacrificed, and dedicated their lives to the integrity of fairness competition in sports." Day 3 in Albuquerque brought a deeply disturbing turn. Within an hour of checking into the hotel, within 1 hour, we received a notice that the bus had once again been vandalized, this time by spray painting vulgarities, hateful language, and defaced community signatures. The windows of the body of the bus suffered extensive graffiti damage, with repair estimates at $20,000. During this incident, I personally had to intervene with a group of aggressive individuals threatened both myself and the women on the bus. Benjaro, whose company previously provided security for the Democratic Convention, has faced no violence from protesting Republican opponents, said police were called at the time, but took law enforcement 6 hours to respond. Gee, God forbid if someone actually got hurt. He said such a lengthy response time is not uncommon. Wow. That's right up there with Detroit. Let's see. Outkick requests a copy of the police report, but has not heard back yet. The bus made 33 stops across the state, New Mexico, as part of its Her Game, Her Legacy campaign to celebrate the anniversary of Title IX. The bus was egged at the first stop of the tour on June 23rd in Santa Fe, but continued throughout the constant presence of threats of safety and those preaching the importance of protecting women's sports and spaces from invasion of men. So tolerant. Isn't that what they push? Isn't that what Pride Month is all about? Tolerance, acceptance, stunningness, braveness. Serious mental deficiencies that go on during that month. But we saw a change. Last year, companies were going all out. Rainbow flags here, rainbow flags there, tucking your balls there, what have you. But this year, something different, something oddly different happened during Pride Month. There was less of it. There was more USA. There was more pro-family. There was more pro-women. No, they don't like that. No, the transmentalists don't like that because, of course, the mental gymnastics that they have to jump through, the hoops that they have to jump through to still warrant stupidity and nonsense like this, that's an incredible feat. That is absolutely incredible feat. That is right up there with the best Olympic athletes that countries can produce. But groups are not going to stop doing this. Stupidity doesn't take a holiday. Ignorance doesn't take a holiday. Being a moron doesn't take a holiday. So it's great that these women, these pro-women groups are actually going around the state, going around the country in promoting women and, protecting girls and girl spaces and what have you. And as rightly as they should, men should also be stepping up to the fray, stepping up and not being afraid to step into the fray and say, hey, you know what? Mom, wife, sister, cousin, daughter, got to protect them too. We got to watch out for them. We got their backs. So when you see shit like this happen, it just makes them stronger. It makes pro groups, it makes those like Riley Gaines, more like those like Martina Navratilova, those, professional women, amateur women going around the country, speaking on tours, just strengthen them, just emboldens them as rightly as they should. Because guess what? Stupidity is not going away, but neither is real truth. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is what's next. Want to see more like this? Please have a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.